Right, hello guys. I'm filming today for 2 hours. So basically it will take into midnight basically. So we're going to start of what we're going to be doing of today's video. We're going to chat out, just talk about a few things between the 2 hours. And we're going to show you what I've been doing on and off through the camera with the videos. So this bit is really starting to do, I did a bit on Saturday. Obviously I didn't do much on Sunday at all because I was still feeling a bit iffy, but iffy means I wasn't feel great, but I wasn't feel the worst. So yes, obviously I started doing this on Friday last week, so that looks pretty cool actually. So I've done a few bits off camera, not a lot, but there's a few bits I have done, and it's pretty cool. There's other bits I'm still working on at the moment. The fencing I'm still working on, because obviously there's still a bunch of, there's going to be a bunch of this fencing here, which is holding the base of the thing for the track. What's going there? By the way, the fence is, there's nothing going to be directly there. It's going to be like somewhere there. So that way it's sort of lined up. And it's same when I move out in 10 years or less. But I don't want to mention that too much. But I really like the idea of living in Bummering and settling down there and hoping to live the rest of my life as I can. But once I do that, once I'm at that point in my life when I'm ready to move, obviously I am going to have to work with bills and things. So I'm going to get much trains and much track and much scenery and much other little bits before I move, because obviously in the first probably 3 to 4 years I'm going to have to be really careful what locomotive I buy, because obviously if I overbuy something I'll be in debt for bills. So what I might well do is just buy a bundle of stuff before I move out, like several years before moving. I've got enough money to move out, and I've got nothing to worry about for like 4 to 6 months, and then I can actually work on this. And obviously, being a shed here, and obviously we've got a little depot there, this is all like sand, gravel, and soil, and bits of sandy texture. But this stuff is what it looks kind of clay-like. It's actually cauliflower, stuff you use for bacon. Stuff you bake cakes or things like that. That's how this turned out. And some of that stuff over there is from sunflowers where they turn into like coal stones. It's pretty cool. But some of this stuff around here, which will be, I don't know. But I am still working around this area, which you can see. Obviously, at the moment, you can see this line still, what should be still be the 350 yard section. Because I'm going to get a bunch of track and lunch locos after Christmas. Because I'm going to put my loan in for Christmas. Well, for tomorrow, I'm going to start putting it in tomorrow. And then hopefully, by Boxing Day, I can use it. But I don't want to put it in too soon. But I want to put it in as early as tomorrow. Because it's there for Boxing Day. So if I buy the bundle of stuff, so that way I can do things like trains, track, maybe wagons. Just the sign, trying to think what we're going to do. I don't know. To be honest, there is a lot of stuff I'm still working on. Obviously, we're still just into 4 minutes, but there's so much stuff I want to work with this layout, and this is only the outro at the moment. But anyway, so yeah, we're working on this bit of the yard at the moment with the 350 sitting there, which we're going to have a Richard Trail DMU there at some point next year or the end of this year even. There's going to be another loco right beside it, maybe a smaller loco, I'm not totally sure yet. There could be the Class 91 going there. There could be another steam train behind the Flying Scotsman next year. There could be another diesel sitting there. There could be another electric unit there, and a bunch of different trains going in there. British trains, American, Canadian, the whole lot, basically. There'll be a whole lot of different type of variety of trains from different countries, for double O and HO's gauge because they both work on double O track. So it works. The double O works marginally bigger than double O, not by a lot, but they are marginally bigger than double O. And technically, we could have had the board gauge that they were talking about some years ago. And obviously, some of you should ought to be prepared for some of the things that is coming up for next year. I mean, there's some upsides about next year. We could be potentially, we could be well into our lockdown by that point next year, which would be nice. But again, it's all going to be late next year when it does, because obviously vaccines and things like that. I'm trying to think what else to say. I guess what else I can mention now is to mention that there's some new content coming out. It will be happening probably in a week or two, where I'm going to be filming a lot more 2-hour videos every week, but only doing one video per day doing it. So this will be a long one every day. Just one in a day, but it'll still be a long one. And I think that'd be quite cool, because yeah, it will take a while to put together and it will take a while to edit and all that. But I think it'd be worth it at the end of the day, because it means you guys can see a variety of different shots of the layout and the yard. And there's a few things I should ought to mention. And a big shout out to Sean, who's one of my recent friends. Said you have to spend a lot of time, patience, and take a lot of years and money and lots of preparation and thinking it possibly all the way through to think how you want to build your layout to the beginning to close to the end as possible. But to be truthfully honest, the model array, it never comes to stop. You're always sitting there, day by day. You're trying to go through it and you're trying to think, maybe we could have an extra yard there. Maybe we could have some sort of coach step or just over there, or a churchyard over there with a church in the background or something. Because things like that could work quite nicely. So yeah. Anyway, I'm going to have to ramble on for a bit because I don't want to talk too long. And I just want to show you what other things are happening. Right. Okay. What else? Right. I don't know if you can see that loco there, just near the soldering line. The glue gun and the soldering line is on its moment, same as the charger for the iPhone, which I'm using, by the way. It's the iPhone 8 Plus Pro, so it's really good. Got it for free because my mum gave it to me, because she got a better phone. She got the iPhone 10, or was it the 11? I can't remember, but yeah. But anyway, I don't think you can see that loco there, the Class 06 Good Master set, train set, which is the one I started with when I was growing up. And we got a bunch of wagons right beside the Flying Scotsman, right over the top of the circuit breaker for the all the accessories. And we also got a couple of wagons on the inside, and a couple of very old Triumph Pullman coaches on the far inner yard section. And obviously where that body of the Triumph Pullman body is the yard for the 350 at the moment. And obviously because we have got a bunch of other sections we're still going to be building on. Like you see that yard piece there, which is going in. But at some point in the next few, probably in the next few months, this section here, where the straight is, and just going down to the curve, into the shed, there will be another yard, sorry guys, there will be another track alongside that one. So that might be for another DMU or EMU, which is basically more than 4 cars long set. But I am looking to get the premium. I mean, I'm definitely looking into the premium Batman Midland Pullman set, but they're so expensive. I mean, they cost more than much as the Class 170, the 350, 158, the 153. But I'm gonna have to pop you down for a little bit. I'm just gonna taking these bits out because my body, which I'll wear it out anyway, my body is needing the toilet. There we go. There we go. Should be all good. So that's my dress. I know, I only just recently started and then my body's kind of putting the loop. That's what happens, you see. Even fresh food sets me off.